Hello, good day everyone. Sir Kevin here again, and welcome to another discussion and lesson about good governance and social responsibility. And I'm still working safer at home, and I hope that you are also safe while learning at home. And today we'll be discussing about ethical decision making, about technology and privacy in the workplace. First thing and foremost, I would like to start this session that about technology. So we cannot deny it that technology has brought convenience, uh, technology has brought efficiency and productiveness in so many aspects in the workplace. And at the time being, technology is also replacing um, human effort in so many instances, no, especially in production, no, using equipments. But today we'll be discussing about issues about technology and privacy in the workplace, wherein uh, technology may also be a way to invade privacy, privacy and confidentiality of some extent of matters pertaining about the workplace. And to connect it with our past sessions, this still in response with making good decisions, especially in your workplace, balancing to title, societal and total efforts in the impacts in the society. So technology has brought advancement, especially in security, convenience, and monitoring of different aspects of doing business and the labor, but it also has been a threat on some reasons. So let's proceed now to our discussion about the technology and privacy in the workplace. So first thing, what's meant by privacy? So there are two general and connected misunderstanding of privacy can be found in the legal and philosophical literature on this topic. So papiaw lang, we have talked about transparency as an element of good governance. So up to what extent transparency must be upheld to make a good decision. So privacy as a right to be left alone within a personal zone of solitude, no, that to be let alone, that's give me a private space, give me a private time. So that's the right to be let alone. So we as social being at some times or in so many occasions need that time to be isolated, no, but not forever be isolated. And look at now, sa sobrang private natin, sa sobrang isolated natin, we are now experiencing discomfort because we are social beings. So there are just time that we need to feel that privacy, no, especially our convenience. Look at now, dahil nasa bahay tayo, our private space is our home, our room. Pero dahil doon din tayo nagtatrabaho, doon din tayo nag-aaral, nawawala yung private space, nawawala yung comfort. That's my explanation of the stress brought by work from home and online learning during this pandemic. But I believe soon, no, malapit na because vaccines are on the race, no, and because of technology na dumadali yung ilang mga researches ng mga scientists. But yun nga, balik tayo sa discussion. Privacy as the right to control information about oneself. Uh, in our life, we monitor, we control what we share to the public. That's what we call our private self. According to Johari's window, we have four quadrants of ourselves. No, one that's a tool on understanding self, that we limit what we share. There are things that the public knows about us and there are things that we don't share to the public as well. No, so kumbaga hindi lahat sinishare natin. That's the reason why there are what we call the Data Privacy Act or Consumer Privacy Act, no, on so much matter. So let's dig deeper about privacy and the constraints and the issues about it when we make decisions in the workplace, no. So how privacy is valued. So privacy is important because it serves to establish the boundary between individuals and thereby serves to define one individuality. So let's just take for example our social roles. Ito para mas maintindihan natin lalo that the value of privacy, no. Our roles, especially in an organization and in a business. So if we are an employee, so our role there is to be an employee. So being an employee entails those work related to the company, of course, no. But yung value mo naman, yung personal, individual, yung pagiging individual mo, those things na hindi na related sa trabaho. No, so the company may not use something about you personally or things about you at home. No, so that's the value of privacy. No, so you should be um, of course para hindi ka masyadong kilala na personal because anything about you can be used against you ng ibang tao, no. So that's why there should be an established boundary between individuals and their definition of their roles, no, dun sa isang bagay. So it's good to extend yourself in a perspective of doing your job, but at some point it may fire back against you, no. That's why you need to value your privacy, no. Yun nga, even yung mga kaibigan mo, no, I'll be telling you this, many of your trusted friends nung nakaaway mo had used your words against you or the things against you, no. That's why be careful about the individuality. So there are things that should have been just with you, just like your personal information, your bank accounts, no. Kasali yan, kanya nga sa technology ngayon, the use of digital technology, no, iniwasan nating mag-share dahil madaling um, magamit yan laban sa'yo, no. So your privacy from this perspective is the clearest case of an invasion of privacy occurs when others come to know personal information about us. That's why kung merong nagtatanong sa'yo, nagte-text, nagchat-chat, no? And even the privacy consents and policy on Facebook and other social networking sites, no, pinapaalala sa atin not to share those personal things about you except with your consent, no. So ikaw mismo naglalagay ng contact number mo diyan, no, minsan sa pagpo-post, so kasali lahat 'yon, no. So that's part of the privacy and you consented your personal information to be published, no. So yun yung mga bagay na hindi dapat pina-publish sa social media, no. Just like baka kasi you publish something na hindi naman sa'yo, no. This is in relation with the copyright law as well, no. And also yun ngang the data privacy consent, no. So kailangan should be known by the people na nandun sa information, no. Sa consumer data privacy naman, whenever people are gathering market insight, be sure na doon sa pinirmahan ninyo andun yon, no. So para magamit ng iba yan sa ibang reasons, otherwise, no, it's illegal to collect information mula doon sa isang database na hindi mo naman pinagpaalam o walang consent ng paggamit, no, doon sa privacy clause na pinirmahan ng consumer. Okay? So, uh, and stranger reads your email, eavesdrop, no, on the personal conversation. It's not good, no, dahil you're invaded by your privacy. Parang naliligo ka ng walang damit tapos may biglang papasok sa CR. That's the feeling, no. So why do firms monitor technology, no, usage of technology? So monitoring also allows the manager to ensure effective productive performance. This is done to prevent loss of productivity to inappropriate technology use. Now, of course, technology might be exploited, no, especially on the use of technology. Minsan ay ginagamit yan sa maling paraan, no? So bakit ginagawa mo 'yan? Kasi nga since hindi manual, things are easy to do, no? Lalo na kung magaling 'yan sa technology, na tatamper yung efficiency, and kasi kung dati ang tao nagbabantay, of course gagawin nila 'yan. But technology can be hacked, no? Can be what do you call that, edited, no? Pwedeng ayusin 'yan o merong mag-invade dun sa paggamit ng technology, no? So that's why firms are monitoring technology use, no? Okay? So monitoring offers an employer a method by which to protect its resources. That's why closed circuit televisions are installed. Employers use monitoring to protect proprietary information and to guard against theft. So, yun yung sa physical yun. No? Sa physical, yun yung CCTVs. But, to guard about information theft, no? Baka may mag-download niyan or merong gumawa niyan at pinost, no? So, it's against the, of course, you as a company, no, and the decision maker of the company are limiting things that you say to the public or show to the public. Tapos yung iba ang gagawa niyan para sa iyo. At the very least, you are protecting things inside the organization, no? So, kung ikaw naman ay isang user, kung ikaw naman ay bilang isang individual and you have saw information about that, you should not have been sharing that to others, no? Kasi nga you don't own information except if it's the public interest at merong yang balak against the humanity or people in the country. Baka naman terrorism na yan, no? Yung mga hindi mo sinasadya, pero if sinasadya mo yun, that's against ethics, that's against the law, and even against morality at some extent, because you are invading, no, or also nakikinig ka dun sa usapan ng may ibang usapan. In fact, no, in our culture, that is not accepted, no, to be uh, hearing things na hindi ka naman dapat nandun, no? So especially na corporation, we are talking about here with a company, ano. Okay, so improper use of that and exploiting technology for personal use and personal reason might be charged by the charged to you, against, no, against you, ng company, no? So business reasons to limit monitoring is monitoring may create a suspicious and hostile workplace, no? Yes, because may CCTV, kaya hindi mo ginagawa yan. So it's about the compliance based values, not on the value based culture, no, na hindi hindi ako gagawa ng mga hindi magandang bagay, no, dahil yun yung tama. Kasi kung because of technology ginagawa mo yan, parang nagiging compliance based. May CCTV kaya di ko gagawin to. Kaya magiging masipag ako. No, so that's the limit to monitoring. Nagiging suspicious because namomonitor mo lahat eh. And that's just one ethical considerations of the technology, no, and the data privacy. No? So, monitoring may arguably constrain effective performance since it can cause increased stress and pressure, negatively impacting performance and having the potential to cause physical disorder. So, there are people kasi na kapag tingin nilang binabantayan sila, hindi sila nagiging effective. So, hindi pa yan nare-resolve ng technology at wala pang mga systems na or studies na nakapagsabing what's the best thing to do, no, kasi nga iba't iba tayo ng preferences. Again, some other people prefer not to be supervised, but there are people na kung kailan nasusupervise doon lang sila naging productive. So it's near about balance. That's why it's limited, no? So and to limit monitoring as well. So parang feeling nila ay hindi sila pinagkakatiwalaan. So those are factors. Then finally, employees claim that monitoring is an inherent invasion of privacy in violation to their fundamental human right to privacy. No? So uh, this limits the monitoring reasons. But again, one perfect defense on employing monitoring is for the productivity and for the reason of theft. Now, those are still major considerations why you employ, no, monitoring activities or systems, no? So you need to balance the interest between employers and employee. No, nangyayari kasi yan that yun nga according to those limitations, dahil merong mga hindi nakasanayan yung ganyan, that's why we need to balance. So it has been suggested that due notice given to employees that will be monitored, then plus the opportunity to avoid monitoring in certain situations would solve ethical problems. Kasi nga, feeling nila invade sila ng privacy. So what you do? You be transparent and show reasons and present reasons why you need to do monitoring. No? So that's the notice, the transparency, no? Para malaman nila bakit ginagawa mo 'yan. No? And remain sensitive to the concerns of the employees is to strive towards a balance that respects individuality, dignity, while also holding individual accountable for their particular roles in the organization. So, yun nga, yung mga constraints natin kanina. Of course, merong hindi productive dahil nafe-feel nila this hostile environment. So, how can you do that? What would a balanced monitoring program looks like? So, ano yung mga yan? So, a monitoring program developed according to the mission of the organization and then implemented in a manner that remains accountable to the impacted employees, approaches that balance the following. So, no monitoring private areas. Remember the concept of privacy earlier. There's, again, there should be difference between the, the person as an individual and the person as an employee. So, you can monitor those processes. Again, you can monitor those processes na involve ang job duties niya bilang empleyado. Bilang empleyado. Just like the cashiers. Of course, pera yan. So, it's prone to theft. No? But whenever these things are private, especially the restroom, or their barracks kung meron mang na designate na barracks diyan, no, so there should no be kahit papaano mabawasan yung monitoring mo doon, no. So kumbaga physical check up na lang kung ganon, no. So monitoring is limited to within the workplace, kung ano lang, kung nasan lang ang mga trabaho, kung ano yung trabaho niya, no, doon sa workplace, kasi nga restrooms are for rest and also for personal reasons. You don't conduct business in a restroom, no? Except kung ang trabaho niya ay sa restroom, no? Pero syempre, yung privacy naman ng mga gagamit ng restroom, yun yung problem diyan. And employees should have access to information gathered through monitoring. So, the results of the findings through the monitoring, binibigyan sila ng kopya, no, para kung ano yung purpose mo, nakikita ng mga tao na o mga employees na involved na ito pala yung lumabas sa resulta, ito yung nangyari. So of course, we go back to the reasons for doing that, and the good elements of good governance is there. inclusiveness, and also the responsiveness of that monitoring para magamit nila for future reference, especially on improving and developing systems and processes inside the workplace. No? And lastly is no secret monitoring, advance notice. So yun nga, the transparency. No? Um, especially ito, a reason talaga. Minsan kasi ginagawa nila yung mga secret monitoring para mahuli sila. Mahuli sila. If there should be an illegal reasons, illegal motives, no, na about drugs, you won't tell them about that monitoring, no. But kung ito ay about the work and the individual, no, it might be unethical, no. So it's a case to case basis. Again, kung workplace ang pinag-uusapan and also the productivity, so there should be advance notice, no, to the monitoring. And kung meron mang mga surprises, they should have known about that, no. You send information to them. Monitoring should only result in attainment of some business interest. So your reason is for business purposes or business processes only, and the development and gauging of the productivity of the employees and the department. And employer may only collect job-related information, not personal information, except consented, no, consented by the employee, no, kung meron man siyang pinirma na okay lang, but syempre, of course, you should qualify those data shared by the employees na kung ano lang yung job related. So yun yung mga concerns natin sa data privacy, and how can we balance those concerns, dahil it may invade and make an hostile environment for the employees. Okay, with that, I'll see you on to the next one, and next session will be those factors affecting societal impact and the corporate social responsibility, just like the environment, the workplace, and the community and the marketplace in general. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in. I'm Sir Kevin Asuncion. See you on to the next one. Always be safe, guys.